Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Normal People Podcast, Episode 2, where we're normal people talking about normal stuff. Here I am, joined again with Adam, and also with Neil. He's a new member of the podcast. So today we really don't have anything crazy to talk about, but I kind of updated the interface of the podcast. Right now you should be seeing Minecraft gameplay to kind of get you, like some calm, chilling vibes. I heard from comments from the last one that you guys didn't really like the ocean waves crashing noise. I'm still going to keep that, but it's only going to be for the first 5 minutes, just to kind of ease you into the podcast, ease you into a nice, calm, peaceful experience while we're talking about dumb stuff for no reason. So, do you guys have anything that's on your mind?
Well, I must start by saying I'm blessed to be sitting here next to Adam and the one and only Deslika Dan. Thank you very much for having me and hosting.
Of course.
Appreciate it. That's all I'm gonna.
That's all you. That's all you do. Okay.
Just for now.
So, Adam, any hot topics grace your mind recently? Anything in the news that you find a little interesting? Okay, so Adam is still his usual old self. He's not really very talkative, so I understand that.
I just can't think of anything, my dude.
I'm quite the opposite. I'm gonna be out here just chatting it up a little bit. And if you are looking for a topic to talk about, let's start with that Martian stuff that's happening right now. Is there actually evidence there that there's life on Mars? That's what I'm really interested in. They recently found methane, I believe it was,
on Mars,
on the soil in Mars or something like that.
Oh.
And I was looking to see, what do y'all think? Is there really life on Mars?
I mean, that certainly gives evidence for the possibility of fertile soil, right?
Yeah.
So that means that we could colonize it and, use our gardening skills and agricultural skills.
So, the Martian Part 2.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Potatoes. Making a bunch of potatoes.
Yep.
I think Elon Musk is going to be
he's going to be on
excited.
that. He's going to ride that wave. Yeah. That's obviously a great step in the right direction. The cool thing about our generation right now is that a lot of stuff is improving at a rapid rate. So you can't keep up with it at all at the same time because you'll basically overwhelm yourself. But there's so many new advances in technology, science, and research and all that a lot of the problems that we were looking to fix in the 50s and earlier time periods, they're actually going to be fixed in the near future, which is really, really cool to think about. Especially even with virtual reality technology, things that I thought were practically impossible, if you've seen the movie Tron or Tron Legacy, that kind of virtual world, it seems like we're taking steps closer and closer to that experience, which is amazing because I've always wanted to be in Tron, and that'd be a great experience. While I was talking about the topics thing, I think I found a topic that we could talk about. I don't know. Do you know Etika?
Not really, but
not really?
I do not mind being introduced to new things. So,
what about you, Adam? Do you know Etika, right?
I'm pretty familiar with the whole
thing,
situation,
the whole shebang.
The whole shebang with him.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Never mind. Once you said him, yes, the suicide threat missing, right?
Yeah, the Nintendo YouTuber.
Yeah, I'm not too big on his content, even though I do watch YouTube. I mostly watch animated stories, like
Swoozie, yeah.
Young Don, the Sauce God. It's the new Swoozie on the block, with newer content than him. But I heard about that, and I think I know people that actually have contact with him, being from Brooklyn and Queens. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, and it's not contact as we speak. Obviously, I'm not trying to have the NYPD be on my case.
Yeah, of course.
But I've heard different stories and different possibilities of where he could possibly be, and thoughts and prayers with him right now.
Yeah, of course. That's crazy. I feel really bad about his situation because it seems like just his mental sanity and all of his. Yeah. All of that has just gone down the drain. You can even see the progression throughout many of the videos.
Easily. He had a mental breakdown earlier,
right? Yeah, when was
that? Got because he posted some inappropriate content, I think, to his
channel.
On YouTube,
he uploaded
and it got taken down,
pornography, right?
Terminated completely.
Which was a dumb mistake. He was apparently extremely annoyed with YouTube. I don't know if that was the best route to go through to upload that. In my opinion, obviously, I wouldn't do that. But I get it, because he's trying to, lash out on YouTube, but now he got that revoked.
Of course.
So a lot of people have just been saying that social media in and of itself has just ruined his life, and just a lot of, like, I've seen it before. Social media can ruin people's lives. You just become way too attached to the numbers and what everyone else is doing that you don't take time to enjoy yourself. You're just trying to, better yourself up for other people. So, it's tough. You have to find a good balance.
Especially with streaming, because it has such a rigorous schedule.
Yeah, depending on the streamer, especially like people that are up there like Ninja and the other high top tier streamers, they'll stream for hours on end a day. And the people that they're talking to you're not talking face to face. So it's just such a disconnect from reality and just genuine human interaction that you end up losing yourself. You're not talking to real people. It's like you're not talking to people at all, even though it seems like they're just right next to you. It's the same thing with this podcast almost, because we're talking to people that are going to be listening to this in the future. Probably us, because I'm going to have to edit this in the future. Of course, but it's like you feel like you're talking to a group of people, but you're really, in the moment, you're not. Obviously, with this podcast, I have 2 friends next to me, so I'm talking to them. So it's not like I'm disconnected from, human social interaction. But with like solo podcasts and things like that, that's where the disconnect really comes.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting now that I'm thinking about it, where different movie actors start to take like the persona of the different roles that they take.
Yeah.
And I've thought about it, like me starring in a film called Courage by Jose Suarez. You might want to put that in quotations if you want to view it on YouTube later.
Oh yeah,
it's quite interesting. Starring myself and Andrew Knowles. Jose Suarez is the director.
Andrew.
Quick shout out to Jose. He might be appearing in the coming future. Though I know what
he might be directing.
But he is a amateur director. But me being a bully in that film made me start bullying people. So
really,
no, I'm joking.
That took a whack turn.
No, but it like playing different roles that you're not in reality. It really makes you see the different perspectives of like how people live life and the different struggles that other individuals go through. And even though it could be corny, like there's always a moral to a story, no matter how cheesy it could be. And I think that's really special with like different YouTube personalities, filming industries, and I gotta give it props to everybody that's in that,
Yeah, it takes. Oh my god, it takes a toll. Okay, guys, I laughed because I made too many swords. Because I'm playing Minecraft right now for the background, just like to keep that nice nostalgic, peaceful look. I think I reverted it to an older state of Minecraft. That's why it's a little more nostalgic for me. But I hate it. Like sometimes with video games, I get too used to doing one thing. Like I was trying to make like a stack of wood, so I would like shift click it, and I just made like a stack of swords. So that's not good. But that happens a lot with video games. It's just like those little mistakes when you're just like in a pressured situation where you'll just royally screw up. That's just one of the examples of that. But I have that here. I don't know. I don't want to focus too much on the game because I feel like that's going to distract from the people that might just be listening like this with like in a tab behind them, or like they don't have access to the visual portion of this. But what were we going off? We were going off with the whole bully thing, and but like there's also other method actors that end up like succumbing to their roles. A lot of people, I've heard debate with Heath Ledger that Heath Ledger actually like the reason why he overdosed was because of the, like all the the mental toll that the Joker had on him, because he had to he locked himself in a hotel room for weeks on end. Like perfecting his laugh and all that, not talking to anyone just to get that crazed Joker role, and it worked. But I'm not too sure. Like I subscribe to the idea that he is he lost himself in that role. Like there are many ways that mistake could have happened that led to his unfortunate death. But a lot of method actors have done that before, though. I've heard Jim Carrey, and during one of his roles, ended up like taking the the kind of jerk vibe from that role, and then implemented that while he was actually just talking with his co-stars. Like he would end up, just acting like a jerk on set, or like physically or mentally abusing someone, or like verbally abusing. So yeah, method acting's tough. There's a lot of good people, like
tough.
a lot of people do it in a good way, but sometimes people really lay their lives on the line for it. Like Christian Bale losing all that weight and gaining all that weight that cannot be healthy in any way, shape, or form.
I know Shia LaBeouf also did a lot. I know for one role he pulled out one of his own teeth.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was for Fury.
The tank one?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he
That's
pulled out.
interesting.
Like
Yeah.
I feel like I saw a picture of him holding the tooth and his hand was covered in blood and stuff. And he was like
Wow.
getting ready for my role. It was,
Wow.
I don't know how you can do that. Like there are ways to just fill that in, like
Yeah, like
make it look like you are missing a tooth.
yeah, or like yeah, because you can. I'm pretty sure you can just fill it in with like some black, like a black putty or something that will make it just look like, just like your whole jaw, like it's just like an open slot,
Yeah.
and that you're looking at the back of your jaw, or you could just do it in post, but that's crazy.
But is that similar to like bodybuilding for a role? Like, do you really think that that's the most extreme sort of like body modification for?
That's definitely
acting?
not the most extreme, I feel like.
It's not the
but
most extreme, but it's definitely very extreme because that's just self-harm. Bodybuilding in and of
It's
itself.
a really simple thing you can do with editing.
Yeah,
in this day
so
and age.
Mm.
in that way, he kind of lost it because Shia LaBeouf also kind of lost himself. Did you hear about that? Like where he wore a paper bag over himself
He's just a really
at one of the awards.
eccentric, like famous person.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Because I think the paper bag was like, "I'm not relevant anymore," and he put it over his head. And
Okay.
like one of the awards shows, it was a little
Wacky.
wacky, but that's just Shia, I guess. I mean, that a lot of people just they fall into that, and I think Shia, like, what was it, Holes? Holes was like one of his breakthrough films.
Yeah, I think that's the film that really kickstarted his career.
Yeah, that was a good film.
It was. That's a classic.
Yeah.
In all cultures, everywhere across the United States, quoted in rap culture, quoted.
Holes?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Seriously, yeah. I mean, if I hopped on Genius right now, I can definitely find something just somewhere.
Like some rhyme, holes and bowls or whatever. Oh boy. We're gonna proceed through this.
Holes and bowls.
Bowls of holes. Hole in the bowl.
Hole in
I
my
guess.
bowl.
Got a whole bowl. Okay.
Any
You guys,
other
I was about to say
burning
any other topics that you guys feel need to be addressed, or you just have particular interest in. I know you're into environmental stuff, Neil. So, is there anything new upcoming that you'd like people to know about, like something that many people might not particularly, just involve themselves in?
I mean, I may be becoming a civil and environmental engineer in the coming future, but
Okay.
all I'm going to say is simply recycle, walk if you can, bike if you can. All the little things matter in the long run if thousands of people really do it. If you just tell a friend, like, hey, if you just recycle this one piece of plastic, like that's one piece of plastic that doesn't enter our oceans, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And
All adds up.
I'm not trying to be like that nerd that's gonna be like, hey, you gotta recycle, like, blah, blah, blah. 'Cause
Yeah.
people do get ticked off.
Or those
sometimes.
fake people that like just put it on their story and don't care.
Yeah.
Like I not like that putting it on your story doesn't do anything, but
Actually, I think that's a very good topic to debate.
but like
There is-
sometimes
it's the
sometimes
story stuff. So
Yeah.
you have a big opinion on.
yeah, like sometimes have like, it's like a real cop out where you just like, oh, look at this picture of this animal caught in plastic, we should do something about this, and then they don't offer any options of what to do, or they're not even doing stuff themselves. They think that strictly by spreading awareness, which spreading awareness is great, but like only spreading awareness and not like putting your like your effort in where it's due, like they think that is actually helping the situation when in fact it might not be. So yeah, it's that can be annoying at times where people think that they're really helping out when they're obviously not. So I don't know, do you have any like side opinions on that?
I honestly have to agree with you because, and that's not me being reluctant to agree. Like I 100% am on board with that because let's say I posted on Instagram, like, oh, like you gotta recycle, like go strawless, this and that, and then those same people still enter Starbucks and buy a plastic cup.
Yeah.
And those still break down into microplastics, which last for thousands of years. We really don't even know how long they last. So like, but I mean, like the little things do matter. Like you being aware and spreading awareness of it does matter. But if you don't offer solutions or don't establish those solutions with your own practices, then are you really helping out? I think it's the same thing with the crisis in Sudan. I think we're all aware of that.
With the blue
profile.
Yeah, that doesn't
picture.
mean I didn't know. Like basically, I only knew about the crisis of Sudan just strictly on the basis that blue profile picture was a meme. Like I know about it.
Clowned it. So
Yeah,
hard.
I know about
Exactly.
it. Like I know a decent amount about it now. It's like what was it? One of their political leaders.
I'm not. Even
I don't know. I'm not.
I think
crisis,
I can.
So.
Yeah, so Adam might be able to tell us more about that. But the thing with that is that having a blue photo is like, oh, we're raising awareness for Sudan, but what the hell's going on in Sudan?
Right. You're not
Like
even telling us
anything
what
could be
it
happening,
is.
and it's like, I mean, the thing is that like doing the rainbow flag for Pride Month, it's more known. Everyone kind of knows what the rainbow flag means, but when you do something like that for Sudan, it's like, what's going on? Then you're really not doing the whole conflict justice. It's just kind of like, oh, look, I'm helping. Look at me. I'm Mr. Cool Guy. I'm respectful. I'm thinking of these people that are in danger. No, you're not. You're just going along with the trend just so you don't look like an asshole. And also that leads to people like calling other people assholes, sorry, if they don't do it. Whereas like sometimes people just don't know what they're doing. That can happen a lot where just by sitting out of it, you're not really making a stance. People need to know that like sometimes people just don't, like, they're just not as educated on the thing as you might be, so they might just sit out of it based on that. That can happen with different events. Like one thing that I honestly now that I know about it, I'm fine that I went along with this peaceful protest. But we had this what was it? It was like a walkout for school shootings.
Violence.
The thing is that gun violence is bad. And well, obviously,
Thanks for
I'm glad that you
and we
said
need
that.
and we need to spread awareness for the fact, and we need to figure out a way to solve this issue, whatever route you want to take to solve it. But the thing is that I went into it like, oh yeah, I'm not a fan of gun violence. I feel like we need reform, but I didn't know what message we were trying to produce. It could have been like anti-gun. It could have been like like more background checks. It could have been any little thing, and that doesn't necessarily align with my personal opinions. So I kind of went into it blind when I should have done my research beforehand. So that was just a moment of stupidity, because the person that organized it could have had some radical opinion based on it that I would not have agreed with, yet I was one of the people that stood up for their opinion. So it's always good to do your due diligence and your background work to make sure that you're not, just being a sheep. You have to have your own opinion, and you have to be able to research in order to, align with other people's opinions. Do you guys have anything to say about that?
Personally, no.
No.
Yeah, I think you hit it around the nail. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just think that social media is a useful way to get points across, but personally, I don't think it does justice with a lot of the issues that we have. And people use social media I think it's more of like, oh, this is pressure that you have to make change,
the
and
peer
then
pressure.
people just follow. When it's more, it's more than that. I think people are hopping on trains and trends.
Yeah.
Just because other people are doing it, and they don't want to be that one person that doesn't do it.
Yeah, because they'll be, cast out by their group.
You can see that in that Instagram account, Sudan Meal Project. For every follow and post, every time this post is like put on your story, we send a meal to like a kid in Sudan because they are starving there, and everyone just did it. Not everyone, but like a lot of people did it despite not really like the complexity of sending like hundreds of thousands of meals
Yeah.
to a country that is locked off at the moment from like getting in or out. Borderline impossible, especially for like some people starting up an Instagram account.
That could even be just like a quick like grab and view grab. And
No, they
follower
got
grab.
completely exposed and they deleted the account.
Yeah. Wow.
They had like 300,000 followers, and a lot of people were convinced that they were just gonna sell the account to someone.
They could have just sold the account like to some meme page.
Yeah.
Then they would have been making monies on money.
Monies.
They would have been making money on like hoodies or whatever, where you basically just tricked a bunch of people into like it's like obviously kind-hearted people that care about the issue, but you just duped them into following some meme page.
That kind of brings me on another little bit.
Well, yeah.
There's always those accounts that are like, for every like this gets, we'll plant a tree, or for every X this gets, we'll do a Y.
Yeah, Y, yeah.
So they say that, but like, you don't get money from likes or shares, and there's like,
Yeah, I don't-
even if you do, it's like a tiny amount. So they can do what they're promising to do. They're just like holding it for ransom for like their own gain, just popularity, which is honestly kind of disgusting.
Yeah, it's a really scum tactic to do. I feel like what was I trying to say? You know what? Come back to me. Someone else talk.
I think that those accounts are kind of more of a scam for the likes, and
Yeah.
I mean,
A lot of them are companies.
if I go back, because the environmental part of me wants to chip into this as soon as you said the plant 10 trees, but I believe it was the what was it? It was one of FDR's New Deal programs that was able to plant over 3 million trees, or like there's some crazy amount of trees. Like I don't honestly remember, but I remember hearing about this from the 40s and 30s. But I think with the government interaction and the ability of people to just step up, like when there's actual like incentives to work, I think it was like the Working Progress Administration, like the WPA, something like that.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But I think when there's incentive, people actually care. Because if you were to say to oil companies, oh yeah, just like shut down because you're bad for the environment, but it's going to somebody's pocket, so they won't care.
Yeah.
But when you plant 3 million trees and there's no progress that's being seen,
Yeah,
like
at the
public
moment.
benefit of it, that's
Yeah.
like, yes, we're making money. It's, just people don't care about, yes, we have more oxygen, we're absorbing CO2. You
No.
can't see it.
People are selfish.
Yeah. People are very needy for their own greed.
Those companies put millions, like, upon millions into just lobbying for their own benefit.
100%. It's disgusting. But that's why I think those pages, like, some of them I do feel like, yeah, like, you definitely have the money already there to plant. Like, let's say Greenpeace, for example, like, they have millions of dollars saved up through donations as a nonprofit. And there are some scams with Greenpeace as well. I don't know if you guys know that. That's a different topic in itself.
Yeah.
But like companies like that, or organizations like that, they're able to do things. But when you have an individual, it's like, yeah, let's get like one like per seed that's planted. Like,
Yeah, that's
I
not-
don't.
Yeah, no.
I don't really believe in that.
They're just trying to spread awareness, but through those slimy Instagram tactics.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I had one thing to say earlier. I'm going to say it real quick, and then I'll go to the Instagram slime. But
Slime.
basically, we had this thing in like kindergarten that we did. It was a website called Free Rice. I don't know if all of us did it.
Oh yeah.
I
But
did
it
not
was
do
for
that.
it was for the earthquake in Haiti. It was for like a relief fund or whatever. But basically, it was like you did quizzes, and for like every quiz, you donate a bowl of rice, and it seemed kind of like it seemed abnormal to me even when I was young, because it was like, oh wow, I'm doing, like, you know, I'm gonna play more because I want more people to be able to eat, and then realizing, wait a second, I just got like 5,000 bowls of rice today. How are they gonna do that? I mean, rice isn't as expensive, obviously, and it is doable, but like, how in the world do they operate that? I feel like if there is a company or some sort of organization that's going to do something along those lines as, oh, we're going to go and give free whatever for all the clicks or all the, you know, games won for this, there has to be some sort of backing, like in the about section, like, oh, we have this many, like we have this amount of people sponsoring it, and that's why we're able to do this. Because either way, like, if you do it that way, you're good, and I'll support it. But if you do it where you're just like, oh yeah, it's all just word of mouth, then it seems very, very, you know, suspicious. I'm not gonna wanna like participate in that, because you could basically just be doing it for your own personal gain. And now we're gonna get into the Instagram slime, where a lot of people do, like, you know, crazy crappy things just to get views. I hate it when, like, I see a good meme on the feed of Instagram, and then you go in that and it's like, oh wow, that's pretty good, like, because you can go in the search tab and sometimes you'll see something like that you'll enjoy, and then you go next and it's like, oh, but you can't like this without your nose. Oh my gosh, they changed the color of the like button. Oh, comment 1 2 3 4 in the comment section without getting erupted. Oh, it's like, are you serious? Why can't there be meme pages on, I follow some meme pages that aren't like scummy like that, but why can't every meme page be like that? Because who are you duping? Like, it must be kids or like old people, because who in the world would be like, oh, I gotta like it, gotta comment it? Like, what are you doing with your life? It's so stupid. It annoys me every single time I see it, and I don't know why it continues. That needs to stop.
You know, I'm on Instagram on my own phone as we speak. I'm going to refresh, slide down to the first meme. There's a lot of sports right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
This is the one thing I don't really want. We have a
it's a Grande meme.
It's a Grande meme.
So that's Grande. Grande is nice, but if you look in the search bar, if you go into the
search bar,
and then
is mostly sports for me, which is the issue.
Let's see.
That sucks. We have humor.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. So click on a meme that you think is pretty good, or like something interesting.
There's a wave check. We have some Will Smith.
Do the wave check one.
The wave check.
Yeah. Okay, not that. Okay, that one's okay, because it's not actually.
Let's see.
Like, it's not scummy, but some of them. Try to find one that has multiple tabs, like multiple images, like it's a collection. Okay, now go to the other one. Go, like, scroll through them after you see it. Okay. So it seems like the ones that are being recommended to Neil aren't like scummy.
Yeah, because I don't follow scum pages.
Yeah, I
don't cut with that.
Yeah, I don't follow many scum pages either, but I'm gonna pull up my Instagram and I'll see if I can take a screenshot and overlay it on the screen. If I do find one. But so I'll go on my feed. So, okay, the woman walked around Manhattan for 10 hours and this is what oh, that's Instagram TV. Okay, never mind. That's not going to help me. Let's do the spaghetti going into that. It's just spaghetti. Okay, I guess maybe they're fixing it. I don't know. Strawberry Time Ice Pops? No. Where is it? What about this Lego thing? No?
Great podcast.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a little interesting.
We're diving deep into the realm.
We're digging through Instagram. Yes.
Some great content.
Social media.
So while Dan's doing that, just like to ask, how's your day going?
Yeah, how are you guys doing? If you comment, like, how your day's going, why you're listening to this, where you're listening to this, if you want to move around, that'd be good. If you like the new format, all that stuff, because I think this podcast is going a little bit better.
Must say, I'm looking at IG stories where you can see. Like,
I found it.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of all of it. So Kylie Jenner, fuck college, buy Kylie Cosmetics. Kendall Jenner, one day I will be a Victoria's Secrets mode. Thanks, Kim. So it's just a meme. It's a dumb meme. Then the next one is oh wow, Notre Dame fire. Sorry, not the college. And then Sudan massacre. So there you go, cop out Sudan
there
thing.
You go.
And then you go to the next one. OMG, I found the boy who owns world record egg. So it's another meme, but it's a dumb one. Then you go to the next one. It says double tap for clear skin. So that's another, bait thing. And then it says type I hate mine, hit the middle button your phone gives you. So they're comment baiting, they're like baiting, and they're doing the scummy Sudan thing. And I found it all in one post in like a minute. Not even.
My IG stories are filled with light blue.
Really?
As I scroll.
Wow.
Yeah. Alright. I'm going to count. I have currently, I believe, But I follow 672 people, which means, let's say, like, roughly a sixth of that or like a seventh of that posts IG stories. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. The Shiggy Show, by the way, shout out to Shiggy, but has that light blue. The
there
Shiggy
it
Show
is.
again, 5, because one was live and one is actual
Yeah,
story
6.
post. 6. 7, 8,
8.
back to back,
Oh,
almost. 9. That person's from Europe. I know them. Yeah, there's a lot of people that post the light blue or like whatever color you guys want to call it. I really don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not-
just a blue.
It's just blue. You all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
But
it's a Sudan blue.
Sudan.
If
blue.
people start calling it that, like use it in
That's
it's
your
like,
fault if people start calling
Sudan is
blue.
now known that it's blue.
Bob Ross painting. We're gonna put some like Sudan blue.
And we're not desensitizing what is happening in Sudan.
No.
It's far from that. It's just
Yeah.
the tactics that people use to spread awareness for many different atrocities, including
It's-
Sudan, including the environmental movement, which I feel personally attacked with because I run the environmental club at our own local
high school.
community, our own local high school as well, and and I actually founded the club so
Oh,
that's
wow,
another
nice,
thing. Well,
Big man.
co-founders. It was a group of 4 of us.
Oh, okay.
But seeing the amount of different things and different accounts that use really crappy, in my opinion, methods to try to spread awareness, I find it quite sad because people are just like, yeah, like post this on their story and they think that they're making such a big difference.
Yeah,
But, when it comes to the end of the day, you're still using plastic, you still drive a very
Yeah.
fuel inefficient car.
it's just hypocrisy at its finest,
It
and
is.
you
They-
find that everywhere.
It's because nowadays you find people find approval from posting different things that usually pertain to more liberal ideas or socialist ideas. And
Yeah,
it's like a consumer approval with it. Companies do it too. Companies are definitely guilty of it. Like the rainbow logos on many different companies.
Yeah, that's
such a
Liberal
cop-out.
approval.
It's such a cop-out.
ridiculous.
And it doesn't,
as
like,
soon as
appeal-
like Pride Month's over, they're
It's
putting
gonna go
it back
back.
to normal.
yeah.
And they probably don't.
And they
even
don't.
Care.
They didn't care to begin with. Honestly, like it's just a cop out for, like, basically if they don't do it, they're anti-gay, and that's the only reason they're doing it. It's not like they're actually trying to spread awareness. It's not like they're starting something new, like not the Pride thing. They're just following along with someone else's idea. Oh my god. Just to try and get more people on their side. Maybe appeal to the homosexual LGBTQ plus community. It's a cop out, and that, I know Chick-fil-A didn't do it, obviously, but
Chick-fil-A didn't do it.
Chick-fil-A's
but
I don't know.
Chick-fil-A.
It's because I see the posts all the time on Instagram where it's like, these are the companies that
Yeah,
fund
yeah.
these groups that are anti-gay, and I'm like,
So wait, so the companies are funding groups that wait. So the companies are funding groups that are anti-gay.
that's what these
But-
these charts
but-
claim.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how can you be so sure of that? Like, you never know. Chick-fil-A, I mean, I know that they're a Christian-oriented company, and it's like a crazy, not crazy, but like it seems like the very conservative Christian views are anti-homosexual, but there are a lot of Christian communities that are not pro, but like they're accepting of homosexuality. So I don't understand why Chick-fil-A got so much flack. Obviously, if you're in the comments and educate me, please. But it's just like, why are you guys going crazy at this company where obviously it's not the entire company's fault. It's probably one of the people that is the higher ups that's just making the decision. It's not like a board decision. Oh, let's just hate on gay people. It's like, oh, one guy was like, oh, why don't we just donate to this? It was his decision. It's backed by him. Obviously, Chick-fil-A wasn't like, I don't know if they came out and said anything about it,
I
but-
highly doubt it.
but it's like,
Not in
I don't think
2019,
I don't
I
think
don't
they
think so.
want to. I don't think they want to go down that path, because then everyone's gonna have to defend every single action that they take, and it's just gonna be it's just gonna be hell. Like, comedians are already getting flack for jokes that obviously don't reflect their personal opinion. I get like the whole Louis C.K. thing actually ended up being a little truthful, but like a lot of the jokes that comedians make that like have primarily had dark humor for a while that's just comedy in some senses. You can't go like too crazy at people that do that just because they might have a little bit of dark humor, because obviously a lot of people's humor isn't going to align, and a lot of people that do dark humor, sometimes they may be racist. Not a lot of people, I didn't mean to say a lot of people before that. Some people that do that dark humor, they're not actually racist, but you know, you have the select few that are actually making racist jokes with malicious intent. So you know, you can't be so politically correct, uptight, snooty. You know, you can't be that much of a baby about it, to be totally honest, because that's not going to help us progress anywhere. Obviously, if you feel that it's not, like, if you feel that it's like a harmful interaction, that they're being harmful with their jokes or something that you disagree with someone, the annoying approach is to try to cancel them, like the whole thing with James Charles and what was that other guy that sent the nudes and whatever, Pro Jared, yeah.
That was
so like the whole like canceling them is just the childish way to go. The civil, mature way to go about it is try to open up a discussion, a civilized discussion. I know that's hard with the internet because the internet is stupid, but open up a discussion. Try to figure out why it is this way and try to come to a neutral ground, because a lot of people that have differing opinions, like, are on either side of the spectrum, whether it's like right wing or left wing, they can come to a middle consensus with a lot of different opinions. It's just that politics nowadays are, like, kind of force you to either be a part of one side or the other, especially with elections where you're basically getting two candidates only for the final election. And you like, if you're voting for them, you have to agree with all their views, and that's not right. There should be a mix. I obviously I am not the person that's going to be able to fix politics. That's impossible. You need thousands of minds, thousands of brilliant minds to fix the way that politics is working right now. But the way that it is working right now, just it seems like it's just there to divide people. It's not really making our community a better place. That lies in the people, and that lies in reform over time. And this podcast got really in depth. We're 38 minutes in, actually. That's pretty decent. It's pretty good. I don't know what time it is. I'll try to do timestamps on here, because I think if I alt tab over, it's gonna mess up with the gameplay that's in the background. But do you guys have any other hot topics? I love this discussion. I think is pretty good so far.
Topics. Adam, do you have anything?
Anything
that's really
grinding your gears?
I
don't know. I guess Adam's a nice docile.
I don't really have anything right now, just because I'm pretty sure I'd have more if we we planned ahead.
I mean,
more,
yeah,
but
I've never planned ahead for this podcast.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
I think if I ever do more of this stuff in the future, though, I'm probably gonna figure out topics at least, just so there's no dead air, because that's the problem with a lot of podcasts.
We did that with the first one. You had 5 topics.
Yeah, I had 5, and we went through those 5 right away, though.
Yeah, because I gave one word answer.
Yeah, because that's just the way that you acted. No, I think that's what we did for the first test run podcast that didn't necessarily work out. That doesn't look good. The first test run podcast, but for the actual legit podcast, I think we just we winged it, and that's what we did for this one. I feel like that's kind of what makes our podcast special.
We can talk about winging it.
We can talk about whatever. It's not necessarily we need to prepare. It's just we're normal people having a normal discussion that is being taped, podcast. Basically.
This is what normal people are thinking about on the streets as we talk.
Basically, and we're just talking about it.
And actually, I do have something.
Okay.
That has been a little bit sus in the news for, let's say, the past year.
Okay.
Don't know if you guys are too educated on it at the moment, but what is happening in the Dominican Republic right now? There's all these people that are, sporadically dying from the United States that vacation.
Oh, I heard it. I heard about that.
In the Dominican Republic. That, I don't know, do you guys think it's, a serial killer, or,
Who knows? I have no idea, because I heard that there was a Long Island pizzeria owner that just died yesterday.
I think it was yesterday. Exactly.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I don't understand that. That's a little weird.
I think the count from over the year is now 11 for all the
11
individuals
for all
that
the
have
people in the
died.
United States. Just,
And most of them have happened in the same hotel, from what I remember. Or
Oh, God.
maybe when I was watching
Wow.
the news on this case when I was really invested into it, it was all from the same hotel.
How long has this spree like?
yeah, how long
going
has it
on?
been
Let's
going on for?
say a year.
It might be something with like the water in the hotel, because like I
Right,
know there's
'cause
a
you wouldn't be
few.
used
But
to
it's
it.
limited.
instances
It's
of that.
limited to Americans, though.
Really, they're
Only Americans have
Well,
been
like,
dying sporadically.
is it
It's like Montezuma's
racism?
revenge.
Yeah,
like
maybe
Americans don't have
no
like the
clue.
resistance to the
water.
because like there's so much stuff in it that
Yeah,
like the
that's like
people are
that's
used
India
to it.
as well. Yeah.
But
See, as I
if
look-
anyone who's not like developed an immunity, really, they'll get sick.
This is the 10th
That's like-
American that has died.
What was the cause of death?
This is from Complex.com by Hannah Lifshutz. This is 32 minutes
Shout
ago
out,
as
Hannah.
we talked. Man from Long Island, New York, died while vacationing in the Dominican Republic earlier this month, making him the 10th American tourist in the past year to mysteriously die during a visit to the Caribbean islands, CNN reports. According to the victim's family, 56-year-old Victor Caruso was celebrating his retirement after selling the pizza shop he owned, as you mentioned,
Yeah.
when he became ill and died on June 17th. Caruso's sister-in-law, Lisa Maria Caruso, said that he passed away suddenly during his stay at the Boca Chica resort in Santo Domingo.
Jeez.
She explained that his family received a call informing them that Caruso was sick, and minutes later they received a second call confirming that he passed.
Wow.
This is a quote
That's
from the sister-in-law. He was brought by ambulance to the hospital in respiratory distress after drinking something.
On vacation.
And there's more to this, but I'm not going to get into the
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 specifics
depths of it.
I
Yeah,
guess
it's
we
just
curious.
10 suspicious deaths in the past year.
So is it like a poisoning? Is it like racism towards
I don't
Americans?
know about racism.
I mean, or
but
just like a
like
killer.
nationalism.
Because I mean,
in that
sometimes
way.
sometimes just killers just they have their certain type
Reasons.
or their reasons. But like, who knows? It could be like just our immunity, like our not having the immunity to the water. But sorry, the Minecraft gameplay you can see is getting a little heated right now. It could be that lack of immunity to the water, or it could be just the fact that I don't know. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. That's probably why having Minecraft in the background might not be the best. It could be, it could be lack of immunity to the water, or it could be like a poisoning. Who knows?
Who knows?
Obviously,
I think two of the cases happened in the same hotel room.
in the same room.
Oh.
I think
Okay.
so.
Maybe
I think that there are
That's
two
a
different
conspiracy
visits
theory in
that
the
happened in the
making.
same
Yeah.
exact hotel room. I think that's what I'm remembering from
Wow.
what I've seen in the past couple of months. So
Yeah, that's
I
a
mean,
little-
now we have a local example for us.
Yeah,
personally, but,
we're from the Long Island area. I'm not gonna go crazy where we are exactly, but we're in New York. But that is crazy. A pizza boy going on vacation after selling his pizza shop, and he's just dead now. Weird. If you guys have any news about the Dominican Republic or anything around that, like I think my brother and sister-in-law were just there, like just vacationing.
Rest in peace. No,
no.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
But
I'm
if you
joking.
guys have any like theories or anything,
Get
comment
out
that
your
below.
tinfoil hats.
Exactly.
It's like I know there's gonna be some crazy like governments trying to silence pizza owners.
I think the FBI is on the case, y'all.
Pizza
so
boy.
It's getting heated.
Wow.
I think the FBI.
No, I would
is part
definitely
of
get
this.
like the I'm not sure what they have in the Dominican Republic, but I'd get whatever they have on that like ASAP.
I'm trying to drink
Yeah.
a lot of water from the Dominican Republic only.
Pay for
See
my
what
college. Pay for my college.
happens. That's why we jump in front of
Insurance.
cars.
Yeah.
okay?
Pay for. Get that life insurance, even though you're not going to college. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a shame though, and that obviously is a issue that needs to be fixed. Any other hot topics? I feel like because we went over Etika, we went over Sudan, and a lot of the
Mars.
hypocrisy with that. Mars, yeah, we opened with Mars.
Yeah.
There's actually we could talk about. I don't know if you guys are into gaming as much, but do you guys see anything about the E3 conference? Like any
All
of
I
the
know
news?
is
I've
Keanu
heard
video
something
games?
about it.
Well, Keanu Reeves was a big meme because he came out with he didn't make Cyberpunk, but he came out to like introduce a lot of the aspects of Cyberpunk 2077, the new game. And actually, I kind of want to get it because being a PC player, I can get it on here through the Microsoft Store. So I'm probably going to get that game, probably do some gameplay maybe. But that, honestly, that was a really smart move. They knew Keanu was trending, especially with John Wick 3 and the Toy Story movie. He's like, Keanu Reeves is having like a golden like period for himself again. Like he had one with The Matrix and now he's having one with John Wick.
And also the internet hype around him.
Yeah.
Because
After
John
the
Wick
conference.
Yeah, because like he has a lot of stuff planned. He has John Wick 4. I don't know if you guys are aware of Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. That was an older movie series that he was in, but they're making a third one right now. It's in production.
Interesting. Not
So,
familiarized with it.
yeah,
Gotta check it.
It's really goofy because Keanu Reeves, like I feel like in all honesty, as his like true like persona, he's kind of like a surfer dude, like a really chill kind of guy. And so he kind of had like that surfer dude, but like he also played like a doofus in that movie. So it was like a Dumb and Dumber, but it was much. I honestly, I feel like it was much more like involved and in depth than just Dumb and Dumber, because they went like they time traveled. And they play guitar. It's really funny. Honestly, if you guys haven't seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure 1 or 2, they're very worth a watch. Like they're very worthwhile to watch. I think that's a better way of phrasing it. But yeah, that was really smart of them to get Keanu Reeves, especially while he was on that golden period. Because now, honestly, I wouldn't have known about the game, and I probably wouldn't have wanted to buy it if I didn't see that Keanu Reeves reveal. And now I'm gonna buy it because it looks like a good game. It's not like, based on the original trailer, I don't think I would have, been so enticed to buy it if I had not have seen the Keanu Reeves as a character thing. I don't know why. I think it's just his stardom and the fact that he's in a video game and he's at the conference. They also announced Minecraft Dungeons, which is like a dungeon crawler, but it's Minecraft. And it's all third person, so that looks kind of interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of those types of games like Diablo or, I don't know, even Legend of Zelda, like some aspects of that is like a dungeon crawler. Or the older ones at least. What else? I feel like, what's that game? The Binding of Isaac? I played that a bit. It was okay. But yeah, they announced a lot of cool games. I think Xbox has a new console coming out. Project.
Sony's better come out with a new console.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
I'm
gonna be
hopping on
interesting.
that. Yeah.
PS5 or Xbox.
Yeah.
Xbox 720.
Yeah,
Xbox 2.
I hope that
Xbox what?
with the PS5, because they have to make something now. Because
it's confirmed PS5. So,
yeah. Oh, they did. Oh.
I mean, it has to be.
No, PS2, PlayStation, PS2, PS3, PS4. If it's not PS5, I don't know what the hell they're doing.
No,
Xbox
they confirmed the
is
name.
just...
I'm pretty sure they confirmed the name, and if Xbox releases like their confirmation.
No, Sony's coming
Sony
out
has
real soon.
Yeah,
or else they're gonna lose money.
Right.
But yeah, I'm hoping that they are backwards compatible with that.
They also announced that would be backwards compatible with the
thank
PS5.
God. Thank
yeah.
God. Okay, then I'm definitely gonna get it because it's gonna have better processing power.
100% gonna get it.
Yeah.
There was my gosh, I was just looking at this not too long ago too because I'm pretty invested into it. But they said it was supposed to be like the best graphics that they can come up with, like all 4K. Like you better be upgrading your monitors and TVs, guys.
4K. That would be cool if it was 120 hertz.
That I believe they're trying to bump up like all of the memory, things like that, up to like a terabyte at least, things like that. Yeah, so there's a lot of like different smaller subcomponents to the console that you guys have to look up.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
not too big on like the smaller little like
the graphics
mini
and all
details.
That.
Yeah, I'm not too well versed on that. I know both of you kind of are. Way definitely more than me.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, Adam, are you into PC building and all that?
No.
Ben, I mean, I know you're very familiar with it. I am not. But I've heard a lot of good things and a lot of like different mini things. I think they released some footage of Spider-Man, like the new game on PS5,
the PS5
type
like hardware.
Yeah, it is absolutely amazing.
Wow,
gotta check it out.
No, because with that, honestly, because the console market hasn't been able to like be up to par with PC. And the real reason why I got into PC was those better graphics and just how nice it feels when I'm playing. But honestly, if console were to make that jump to 120 frames per second with most of their games and the 4K quality, then I would probably, I'd probably get more involved in console gaming. Because it's been a while, especially with GTA 5 on the original PS4, which is what I have. Compared to the PC, it's trash. It's so hard to go back to PS4. Like, I can only do it if like one of my friends or my brother is over and he wants to play it, and it's like on the PS4 because he's used to the PS4 because he's a console guy.
I am not a PS.
PC guy.
Not a PC guy. I'm a console type of guy.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I'll only play that if it's like a necessity or I'm just like really bored and I want to like give it a try. But like that's why I only use like my console for exclusives. Like I have Tetris Effect, which I love that game. It's such a fun
really
game.
is in love with it.
No, it's
crazy.
It's a beautiful game. I also want to see if I could get the VR for it because apparently that's VR supported with 120 frames per second.
I feel like that's you on LSD.
Yeah, basically.
VR.
That's a very...
Dude, you take LSD, do the VR experience. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's too much.
But that would be kind of interesting, honestly. I want to check that out. That's why I'm hoping PS5, if it's backwards compatible, I hope that they also continue with the virtual reality stuff that they're going with, because that's what I think they have that over.
They can let you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely getting the PS5.
PlayStation is really making it work for the money right now.
Yeah.
Nice. Especially since Xbox, I don't think they've caught up to that. I don't think they have any
I don't think they have
VR.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Because they just The Oculus headset.
They still have Windows. I can't complain.
No, yeah. Windows is a really
Windows is superior.
Windows
to
10.
Mac.
Yeah. Windows 10, the OS is really good.
Yeah.
I'm definitely significantly better than Windows 8 because Windows 8
was
it's way too convoluted and like the way the whole interface made your computer run slower.
That and it was just tedious. I was
Yeah.
so used to like the Windows Vista, Windows XP, like the
Windows
regular
7,
desktop.
yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah, and the screen and stuff.
Regular desktop. Like I'm not even that old, but like I used to game on old computers. I'm like just operating on old computers. I grew up on Windows 2. Not 2. Like,
Windows 2.
COO.
Yeah, as well. Yeah, I got you.
But Windows 8 was just it was too much.
No,
yeah,
that was tough.
Windows 8 is the or the Microsoft version of the Mac Pro. They're like, yeah, let's just make it seem like it's in the future by having a circular cylindrical computer, which was not like able
the
to
Mac
upgrade.
Pro.
Oh yeah,
It was like
I think Windows 8 is like Windows' version of that error.
that just screw up, that massive screw up.
Yeah.
Like no one, first of all, no one wants a tube computer, like a
$1,000
big Coke can looking.
I need
literally
it
was literally a trash can. It was a trash can.
Yeah, people called it like the Apple trash can.
Too funny.
Dude, Apple is just
I don't know. And then the whole stand
like the computer
debacle.
side of Apple is just a mess.
I can't.
No, their phones are decent, I would say. I like their phones, but their computers are way too over.
They should stick to
overhyped.
The phones.
Yeah.
The new is it
The
still called Mac
grater.
Pro? The
the
$6,000 whatever.
the cheese grater that just came out. With the Mac Pro.
But that's their one of their original designs is like that like cheese grater type feel.
Yeah.
And the only thing is that you're able to upgrade it and like add new performance upgrades to it, which is good. Like that's a step in the right direction. They learned from their error.
You're just, even though it's good, you're not gonna have that ability that Windows has, though. Which,
of course.
Especially with my computer, I literally built it by hand, so I can just, I can do whatever the hell I want with it. Oh my god. So I could upgrade the parts when necessary. I could do really, if I need to upgrade, I can, but I'm probably not going to for a while. But yeah, that's why I'm a Windows boy. Probably gonna be a Windows boy for life. I mean, the Apple phones are really good too, but the problem is that they're overrated, so that they think they can get more money out of you for people that have it. That's why I'm still Samsung, but I am also annoyed that like the general population is so what is it?
Infatuated.
Yeah, infatuated. That's what I meant. My bad. They're so infatuated with the whole model and the whole like the capabilities of the iPhone that they won't change to like the more practical decision. Because I mean, some benefits with the iPhone is like the Game Pigeon and FaceTime. I think that's like very like because a lot of people have that, so it's very user friendly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just it's annoying that a lot of people like that's their go-to, and really I don't want to like buy it just for the fact that my friends have that ability. Like I mean, because FaceTime is like really convenient, but I don't know. I don't want to. I'm not a sheep, I do my own stuff.
I guess what I'm about to say is gonna make me a sheep.
Oh no, I heard. No, I know.
I am guilty of switching from Samsung after years to Apple. Part of my family is still Android. That's the gang. That's the homies. But the thing is that I switched to Apple February 2019. If you're watching, like way in the future. Like
Yeah,
2021 type shit.
Yeah.
But I
Hello,
switched
people.
in February of this year from a Samsung S7 to an XR, and I must say I am extremely disappointed with iOS.
Oh really?
I am beyond disappointed with going from having maximum personalization, having like differentiating lock screens, like
Yeah.
like the different color schemes and themes on Samsung. Like if you have Samsung, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Themes.
Yeah.
I loved that. That personalized my entire phone. That was like my mini me. But now I'm just like regular Apple apps. You have to throw them into a folder. You can't even like customize at all.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
It's tough. It is so tough.
You have to like jailbreak. That's like all
And I
the
don't even
stuff.
do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
that's,
want
like,
to jailbreak.
sketchy.
You don't want to.
It is sketchy.
And I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yes, I did switch for the iMessage to FaceTime. It's just easier to just like talk to people that way.
Yeah.
But your boy's kind of disappointed.
Yeah. I honestly, I'm pretty well rounded when it comes to that too, because I've owned almost every type of phone you can own. I've owned a crappy Samsung model, like a Samsung Express, whatever. I've owned a flip phone.
The
I've
OGs.
owned a Windows phone, a Microsoft phone, the Nokia smartphone, which is not very smart. It was a really bad phone. And when I upgraded it, I lost all of my contacts,
Oof,
like
that's-
one of
that's
the
a
operating
personal
systems.
scrub.
So
I know exactly.
yeah,
how you feel.
Windows don't go for that. But I've had an iPhone. I think I had the 5S, which I thought was decent.
It's not
It's a
even
good
bad.
phone.
In
Yeah.
that time, that's a
Yeah.
superior phone.
And
Yeah, no,
and then
I
I have the Samsung S8 right now, and I honestly think with all those like types of phones, I would still go with Samsung. They just offer more to me, and I get like it is a stupid debate because honestly, everyone is different. Your phone
Everyone
will
already
work.
has like their choice by now. It's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah, and everyone, like you have your choice, and I value that choice because, that's up to you. It's not like I care like immensely what type of phone you have. Like that's just who you are. But obviously, it's not like I'm mad at you. I'm just mad at like Apple in certain stances where they just screw people over, and they've been screwing people over for a while, and everyone still falls for it. It's a shame. I feel like that really went downhill after Steve Jobs died, but I feel like it was also still there when he was alive.
I think it was there when he was alive
Yeah.
too. That's just the way consumerism is.
Yeah.
If people fall for it, then sure, they're making money. That's all that really matters. It's going to somebody's pocket.
They're how much are they worth? I think
Over $1 trillion now.
Yeah.
With it's them and Amazon.
The
right?
$2 trillion
Am I right about
company.
that, or is it? Yeah, because and then Google is the next person in line to reach $1 trillion.
Yeah.
But like
Is it-
Apple and Amazon, their like owners were like ruthless businessmen. Like they did a lot to get their company to the top.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that's why I'm not a particular fan of like the whole business, side of like just, what am I trying to say? I'm stupid, guys. Sometimes I sound stupid. The whole business side of, like career paths and, just my own personal.
I'm far from business. I'm against business
yeah.
as an environmentalist.
Big
It's just
pharma,
like
yeah.
how it is.
my own. I'm trying to. Okay, I can't think of the particular word for it, but being. No, it does begin with an E, but I just forgot.
Enterprise.
No, like my own
I'm
personal,
gonna keep
like
guessing.
my career path, whatever. Like I plan my personal endeavors, but my like. See, I screwed up so much that I forgot what I was gonna say, but I think it was like it went a little bit like this. I don't like I'm gonna speak in layman's terms. I don't like business because it is mean. Big bad people are mean in business. I don't like being mean. I like creative fields better. There we go. I'm not gonna trip over myself.
The kindergarten.
Of course. We have that kindergarten moment.
Straight out of primary school.
No, but really, like I don't like the negativity and the amount of ruthless techniques that you have to do to be a businessman. You have to be very a man or woman. Business. I just
Business
use it as gender
person,
neutral,
Business
whatever.
people.
Just whatever. But like just the whole negativity and like the aggression that you have to have in order to persuade people. So, like, that's why I wasn't a fan of business. I really like the creative fields because it's just, like, a nice, open, very, like, ever-changing field that only matters based on your own personal successes. Like, if you're a lawyer, a doctor, or whatever, like, there's such an influx of people that can do the same exact thing that you can do. Whereas a creative field, literally anyone that goes into it is going to have a different aspect of it. Obviously, for some people, it's not going to pay a lot. But if it is your passion, then I honestly don't think that matters. If I'm making money enough to survive and I'm doing what I love, that's all that matters. So that's why I want to be in the creative field. A lot of people go to the business as a cop-out, like, oh, I just want money, so I'm going to get a business major. or maybe they like it. Like, I don't know. It's your choice. Yeah. But in particular, I'm not a big fan of business, like, as just a major. Obviously, with what I'm doing now with YouTube, I have to know a little bit about it. But I just, honestly, I don't want to start my own, business. I use that word too much. Like business itself. I'm just, in the creative fields. And obviously, the whole fun of being creative is that you're going to find successes with your failures. And you're always going to be able to learn from whatever you're doing. And I guess that could happen with, the, like, entrepreneurship and, capitalistic job fields. But honestly, what the whole point of where I was trying to go here, where it kind of fell apart, but as long as, like, I don't think money matters for people that are trying to go into the job field or trying to find their own career path. You should honestly think about what makes you passionate and just try to make money out of it, because being happy is going to be a lot, like, more worthwhile than just having a lot of money. Because, if you have a lot of money, you're going to try to buy happiness, and it won't necessarily work half the time. So just try to, with the majority of your life, which is going to be working, you might as well, find some passion out of it. Some weird tangent, stupid, like, it was a dumb tangent, but, whatever. You guys have anything to say? Any concluding remarks? Anything,
Not
about
at all.
The podcast?
I just think cool that it's worth the time to just spit some facts.
Yeah, honestly, it's fun to have discussion like this. I think you guys should, you after listening to this, whoever's listening to this, I don't know how many people will be, try to implement this type of discussion just with friends, family, anything like that. Just try to talk about things that you want to talk about, and you just have a civilized discussion. Doesn't need to be angry, anything like that. We had a nice soothing conversation. We talked about current events and all that, politics, and surprisingly we weren't at each other's throats, even though I don't know your personal political beliefs. I don't know if I align with those, but it honestly doesn't matter. Just have intellectual discussion with each other, broaden your mind, expand your knowledge of world events and your vocabulary and all that, and just have a good life.
Facts.
Yeah.
Everything in between doesn't matter. Just live, be happy, fulfill your goals, and try to be as successful in your own degree, not what other people think.
Yeah.
That's what I got to say.
What do you have to say, Adam?
What he said.
Okay.
Nice and simple. I like it.
Big brain. Adam has such a big brain that it seems like he has small brain, but really he has massive brain.
and Dan has the kindergartner brain.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Putting that sentence together was just...
Okay, guys. Thanks for listening or watching to this podcast. Whatever you did. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you.